Okay, let me kill the music here for a minute. Okay, hopefully you can hear my voice. So when you bring up Group Tools, it usually logs in. You may see something like this, in which case you click on Word and you go to Timed Messages. Oh, why isn't this going local chat? Okay, local chat is what I gotta click on. So, World, Timed Messages. This brings up this kind of a box. Now, the first thing to notice is that this is for notices. These are the groups you're going to send the notices to only, and this is just the one that goes out like 15 minutes before. So when you send in a notice, you're going to do it in this part. When you select all your groups, the first thing you're going to do is make sure you go down, you don't send it to staff, and make sure they're ticked off. Then you're going to grab your note card, and you're going to go to the notice section. So this is the notice section. So you'll put this in here. All you're doing is copying and pasting. You'll put this in here. And for the landmark, you'll hear it click browse. I would have already sent your alt the landmark. So you go to landmarks. In this case, it is on a Tuesday, and Tuesday we do inside. So you just drag that right over to there. Okay, so there you've got your notice ready to go. What we're going to do now is we're going to add the timer. Because this is C#, I always name it after the artist, and it says notice, so I'm going to type notice. A couple of things to check on. Make sure you've got notice ticked off here. Not both, not IM, just notice. And again, the top part of this is for notices. You're going to activate the timer, and then you must send just once. If you don't tick that off, it's going to send it every 10 minutes. And we're going to tell it what date and time we want to start. In his case, we'd want this to go tomorrow, which is the 4th. And his set is at 5 p.m. Second Lifetime, I believe. And this works in a 24-hour calendar. So that's going to be at 1700. So we go 15 minutes before, sorry, 1600 hours and 45 minutes. And then you save it. Now, once you've saved it, you'll notice it's got an A up here. Let's say I forgot to do something. Let's say I didn't want this one to go to Blues and Second Life. I could tick that off there. I could then hit modify and update. And when we bring them up again and we go in and check, we'll see it gone. Because we want it to go there, I'll hit modify again and I'll update. Let's say we wanted to, you're going to be sending these notices, so I'm not going to. So in this case, I'm going to modify it, and I'm going to remove the tick mark to deactivate it. So I'm not sending it, you're going to send it. Okay, so now we're going to go into notices. For notices, you can copy the whole thing, because we don't send landmark with notices. And notices are done in the bottom part. So we're going to select all of these. We're going to take out the staff one because we don't send staff. We're going to click on this one that says individual IM because we're not sending a notice, we're only sending an individual IM. So we're going to paste what I just copied into there, send in an IM, and then we're going to add a timer. So this is, and it's the start. This is a group chat, so I'm going to put start. That's what I keep it very simple. You make sure it's just ticked off for IM. You're going to activate the timer. You're going to send it once, and you're going to send it tomorrow, which is the 4th, and we're going to send it at it's probably best to send it maybe a minute or two before the set actually starts. And we're going to hit save. Oh, the other thing, and I'm going to say this, show you how you can modify it. And I just remembered, as I was hitting save, that Music Hall of Fame, you can only send one group notice and one group chat. So what we do is we skip the first group chat. So we're going to take that off. I'm going to hit modify, I'm going to update, and that means it'll just go to the groups I wanted it to. And then we do the same thing for the halftime. We copy it, individual IM, we paste it, hit all the groups. Now we do want this one because it's the halftime one to go to Music Hall of Fame. We don't send it to staff. And I I don't send it to a couple of groups that Cafe Music belongs to. We're going to add a timer, and this is going to be called C# half. It's only an IM for this one. We're going to activate, we're going to send once, we're going to start a date, and it's going to be at 5:30, and we're going to save it. Now, one thing I'm going to mention to you to keep an eye open is when you're doing this and when you're adding a timer, always check the date right here, because if you're setting this up within sometimes a half an hour or so of the time the set starts, this may jump to the next day. So always check to make sure that date is the same as the date. So in this case, we're going to deactivate it because I am not sending it. I'm going to go grab the other one, modify, deactivate, update, and that is Group Tools.